Why is it that even if you get perfect scores on every exam in school, once you enter society you still end up being mediocre? Why is it that even though you follow the rules more than anyone else, you still end up being overtaken by those who don't follow the rules? Why is it that the harder you try to become a talent, the more you realize you've only become a more expensive cog? If you've ever asked yourself these questions late at night, then you've already sensed that unspoken rule everyone tacitly understands. Today, we're going to tear open this uncomfortable truth. That excellent label you've always been proud of might just be a certificate issued by the system to standardize products. In biology, there is a term called artificial selection. Humans, in order to get more obedient dogs or stronger cattle, will eliminate those individuals with too much ambition generation after generation. It sounds cruel, right? But what's even crueler is that modern society might be doing the exact same thing to you. Think about it. Ever since you were young, even if you just wanted a piece of candy, your parents would first place conditions on you. Eat your meals properly, finish your homework quickly, or score 100 on your test. In psychology, there is a classic experiment. A mouse is placed in a box, and as long as it presses a button, food will drop. Over time, the mouse becomes obsessed with pressing that button, completely losing its ability to forage in the wild. This is also a reflection of many of us. So who wants you to keep pressing that button? Schools, companies, and social media. Because what they need are not hunters, but parts, obedient, mass-producible, replaceable parts that won't bite back. Your grades, KPIs, year-end bonuses, even every like on your social media. These are all the rewards that drop down. The system uses these short-term, deterministic feedback loops to condition you. What is the price of this certainty? The price is losing the most valuable trait of a living being, the wildness to survive in uncertainty. How do you know if you've been overconditioned? Look at these 3 counterintuitive signals. First signal, extreme aversion to ambiguity. When your boss assigns you a task with only a vague direction, is your first reaction panic? Do you feel the need to ask for a reference template? What should it look like? What if I've never done this before? I have no experience. This is typical, fill-in-the-blank thinking. You're used to standardized answers, so you fear anything unclear. But the real world has no standard answers. The more you wait for others to define the problem clearly, the more you'll fall behind those who dare to define problems themselves. Second signal, outsourcing your evaluation system. Whether you think you're capable depends entirely on whether your boss praises you. Whether you think you look good depends on how many likes your photos get. This is authority-based thinking. You've handed over the power to define your own value to others. When platform rules change or external standards shift, the confidence system you've built, no matter how high, can collapse instantly. Third signal, being obsessed with immediate returns. You believe that as long as you work hard, you'll earn more money. If you work overtime without extra pay, you feel like the sky is falling, like you've been taken advantage of. But this is actually a huge misunderstanding. Only assembly line workers are paid per piece. That's addition. In the real world, high returns are nonlinear. They are multiplication, snowballing over time. They belong to those who dare to place bets, not to those who just diligently carry bricks. So the more you become obsessed with standard answers, the more easily you'll be trapped within these 3 chains. What if you relate to all 3 of these signals? Should you quit your job? No, that's not resistance, that's escape. Real deconditioning happens in your thinking. To break out of this test-taker inertia, you only need 3 cognitive reversals. Rule 1. Act in ambiguity. Don't wait for standard answers. The real-world rule is that the problem itself is ambiguous. Whoever makes the first move gains the advantage. There are 3 levels to this. Level 1. Take action. The next time you encounter a vague task, don't be afraid that you lack experience. Just produce a first version, even if it's wrong. If it's wrong, you can fix it. But waiting to be told what to do, that habit is more fatal than any mistake. Level 2. Iterate quickly. Don't aim to get it right the first time. The people you think are impressive aren't great because they never make mistakes. They're great because they make mistakes faster than you do. They rapidly trial and error their way forward while you're still waiting for the best solution. Level 3. Define the problem. This is the highest level, not answering questions, but creating them. Before the iPhone, no consumer said, "I want this kind of phone." Steve Jobs defined the need himself and then provided the answer. You might think you can't reach that level, and that's fine. But at least start from level 1, shoot first, then aim. Only those who dare to take the first step in the fog are qualified to find a path. Rule 2. Steal back your scoreboard. Many things we do are performances. Posting on social media for attention, earning certificates for validation, working out for photos. It may not seem bad, but the problem is, you think you're chasing achievement when you're actually chasing visibility. Once that external feedback disappears or turns negative, you feel worthless. So real deconditioning means taking back the power to evaluate yourself. How? Ask yourself one question before doing anything. If no one knew I was doing this, would I still do it? If the answer is no, then you're just pleasing the system in exchange for external rewards. If the answer is yes, then you've found your internal anchor. Applause will fade. Platform rules will change. Your boss's attitude will shift. But the things you're willing to do even when no one is watching, those won't lie to you. Don't let others' evaluations control you. Don't live inside others' expectations. If you know you're doing the right thing, that's enough. Rule 3. The barbell strategy. Stop believing in, you reap what you sow, as a strict rule. That's agricultural age logic. In the modern world, the biggest returns are never linear. There's a book called Anti-Fragile that describes a strategy. Don't be a tame middle-class participant, be a barbell. Take Kafka as an example. By day, he was an ordinary insurance clerk. By night, he was a wildly creative writer who never catered to readers' tastes. One side is stability, the other is risk-taking. He didn't quit his job for his ideals. He simply put his eggs in 2 baskets, using the stable side as a foundation, and the wild side to chase nonlinear returns. How do you find your own barbell? Ask yourself 2 questions. Do you have a source of income that can sustain you even if everything falls apart? That's your foundation. Do you have something to pursue even if you failed, even if no one supported you? That's your bet. Don't put 100% of your effort into linear, addition-based work. Even if it's just 5 hours a week, invest in something that might fail, but if it succeeds, yields exponential returns. That's real survival wisdom, not reckless risk-taking, but balanced asymmetry. In the end, I want to leave you with this. The world is splitting apart. On one side are increasingly sophisticated boxes, they offer endless rewards, but also invisible fences. On the other side is the wilderness, full of risks, but also full of opportunities. Resisting conditioning doesn't mean becoming a bad person. It means becoming a true adult. And the mark of adulthood is this. You no longer wait for the system to feed you like a child. You walk into the wilderness yourself, accepting uncertainty, enduring pain, and learning to survive. May you grow your fangs and gently overturn this world.